Hello Internetians, my name is Josh, aka ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the Philly Soldu. Welcome one and all back again to the APA. This is going to be our Week 5 match, and today we're going to be taking on Kaylin, aka KayCreigh, and her LA Spice. Be sure to go check her out in the description below. If you look on your screen, you'll notice the 6 mods that we decided to bring. I'm out of it. Wow. You'll see the 6 mods that we decided to bring. If you want detailed sets or detailed descriptions on why I am bringing these 6 mods, what moves they have, what the moves they have, what EVs they have, etc., be sure to go check out the team builder that I put up yesterday. I go in depth on my team building process and generally everything I just said, why I'm bringing them. But as a quick recap, I have a physically defensive Tapu Fini with Haze and Dual Stab. I have a Mega Aerodactyl with 4 attacks. I have a Hippowdon, which is mixed defensive with rocks. I have a Choice Scarf Durant. I have a Calm Mind, Vacuum Wave, Fight Z Mew, and then I have a Taunt 3 attacks for Rizzion. You can see the 6 mods that she has decided to bring on her screen: Alolan Ninetales, Espeon, Azumarill, Megalophony, and Dragonite, and Stakataka. Wow, I'm sorry. The 5 mods she didn't bring are going to be the Zygarde, 10%, the Trevenant, the Houndoom, the Regirock, which is really nice, and then the Luxray. So, happy not to see Zygarde. That just frees up my Virizion to be a better check to the Azumarill. Now, of course, I see Azumarill, so I'm not happy. Azumarill is a huge threat. If you notice on the layout, one, I fixed the stuff that was wrong with my name that I realized when picking the Week 5 layout. But also, there's no Stakataka sprite because there's none that exists for Pokemon Shuffle, so unfortunate. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to lead off. I really wanted to lead off with Hippowdon and then switch into Durant, but I didn't want to catch an HP Fire on the switch. I was so scared of that for some reason. So I'm actually going to lead up with Tapu Fini because I feel like it matches up well against the majority of her team. Nothing really is going to do immediate large amounts of damage that Tapu Fini isn't there to handle anyway. So if she leads off with Azumarill, Tapu Fini is going to be probably the mon I would go out to anyway, and I can get off a chunk of it with Moonblast, or I can haze it if I think it's going to Belly Drum. If she leads off with Megalophony, I'm perfectly fine versus that. If she leads off with Dragonite, I'm way fine with that. If she leads off with Stakataka, I'm good. Espeon is probably the worst thing she could lead off against me with, and then the Alolan Ninetales could freeze drive me, but still, I'm okay with it. So, I'm going to lead off with Tapu Fini. It's my best matchup, I feel, and we are going to get into this with our brand new team. Really excited to be using this team. I think it is just so good. Specifically, this build with this team, I think is really good as well. I think it's one of the best builds I've had in a while. Durant's crooked. Oh no. So I'm going to lead off with Tapu Fini. She is going to lead off with Icy Spice, which is going to be her Alolan Ninetales. Shiny, too. I forgot about that. So Snow Warriors can come off. Shout out to her for not making the same mistake that I think Vivid did. Not bring the thing. Obviously, she's going to be faster. I'm not running a lot of speed, so there's not really any surprise that she's going to be faster than me. And I'm actually going to switch out. I believe I go hard into Durant, just in the off chance she does go for Auroreville, which is weird. I let off with Hippowdon. I was like, I can't just go hard into Durant, and then I lead off with Tapu Fini and I go hard into Durant. But if she goes for Freeze Dry, that's going to tell me that she is offensive, and my Iron Head is really, really free. She has no resist to Iron Head on her team, and it's going to do a large chunk just because of Hustle. So I go for the Iron Head here. I'm going to hit the Espeon. I'm going to hit the Espeon, and I'm actually going to see that the Hail's going to hit me first, so I'm going to be able to go for it again, knowing that I outspeed. It's kind of risky knowing that I could miss, but I have faith in my Durant, and it is, in fact, well trained. We're able to hit, and we're able to knock out the Espeon super early, which is nice, because I have one Psychic Resist on my team, other than Mew, which is Durant, and Durant is not a real Psychic Resist, so she's going to go into the Stakataka. I know I can't do any damage to this thing, even if it's the lower defense Trick Room set. I know I'm not going to be able to do anything to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get on out of there. Get out to my Hippowdon. As my Hippowdon will be able to take anything that this thing goes for. Gyro Balls for days. And I can get up Rocks, which is really, really nice. Because Rocks are going to be good for getting rid of the multi-scale on the Dragonite. Chipping down basically the entirety of her team. With Espeon not there anymore, I don't have to worry about getting bounced back. However, she's going to make the offensive play and go right out to her Azumarill, which is not good for me. Because Azumarill is a huge threat, as I mentioned during the team builder. So, I'm going to get the leftovers recovery, and I'm kind of nervous of what to do here. I'm going to go to my Tapu Fini because it's the one thing that I'm okay with taking the most damage. Like, I have offensive checks to the Alolan Ninetales. I have Mew, which can potentially set up on it. I have ways to handle it. I have Hippowdon, or not Hippowdon, or Meryl. What is this called? Wow, I'm smart. Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl outspeeds it. So, if I lose my Tapu Fini, that's the mon I'd rather lose out of everything. So, she can go for the Liquidation here and get the defense drop, which is really not good because now she's easily able to beat me 1v1. And I'm going to get out of there. However, since I know she's going for Liquidation and not Play Rough, I'm okay with going out to my Viridion. I know the thing is Choice Banded now. I'm not worried about this thing setting up. So, I'm okay with Artemis taking some damage here, because it was mainly here to take +6 Aqua Jet, which I now no longer have to worry about. So, she's going to go for the Liquidation, as I'm going to go, I'm going to get another defense drop, and that means I can't play any games with this thing. I have to go straight for the Leaf Blade to hit it. I know it's also huge power. It's huge power Choice Banded, so I don't have to worry about this thing being Sap Sipper. So I'm going to go straight for the Leaf Blade, as she's going to bring in her Dragonite. So, that's perfectly fine because I do have ways to handle this both offensively and defensively. And I'm going to make the offensive play because here I expect Z-Fly, Extreme Speed, maybe Dragon Claw, or a D-Dance. So, I'm able to go on to my Aerodactyl as she does go for the Dragon Dance, which is perfectly fine because my Mega Aerodactyl does outspeed a +1 Dragonite, which is beautiful because Dragonite, or Aerodactyl, is so fast. So, I get my Mega Evolution off, beautiful, and I'm able to go for the Ice Fang. I'm not going to risk Stone Edge missing, and I'm going to be able to just send this Dragonite to the stars. So, very nice there. And it's actually looking really good for me, because I'm actually looking to potentially just win with my Mew right about now. Without that Espeon, which was basically the only thing that really scared me, I'm not too worried, especially since I have Vacuum Wave to dodge Encores. So, here, I'm actually having that in my mind as I'm playing the game, so I believe I'm just going to hard out into my Mew and go for it. Because I know this thing can't do a lot of damage. I expect Freeze Dry to come out, and Freeze Dry is going to bounce off. So, she actually reveals that she is, in fact, rocking the Blizzard, which is kind of scary because it does, you know, a decent amount of damage, and then I'm going to have to take Hail damage as well. So, I'm going to heal up the first time, instead of going straight for Calm Mind, because Blizzard plus Hail damage plus Blizzard while I'm at +1 might be able to knock me out, and I don't want to risk that, especially with crits and all kinds of junk. So I'm going to go for Soft Boiled. And then here, I believe I am not going to risk this thing doing so much damage to me, because at +1, I only 2-hit KO Stack Attack with Vacuum Wave. Or do I? Oh no, I go for Calm Mind, and then I'm going to go for it. Because, okay. So the reason why I do what I'm about to do, I go for Calm Mind. Let me just get to the part where I click Calm Mind. So I click Calm Mind. And the reason I click Calm Mind is because, well, you can't see anything. There, come on, there we go. The reason I click Calm Mind here is because she can't Trick Room and attack me at the same time, right? So she can click Gyro Ball as I click Calm Mind. And at +1, I'd be out of range of just about anything that she could go for, except for maybe like a Last Resort with Lopunny. So, if I click Calm Mind and she clicks Gyro Ball, then on the next turn I can knock her out with All Out Pummeling. If she Trick Rooms as I Calm Mind, I can 2-hit KO with Vacuum Wave or knock her out with the All Out Pummeling, and then I'm faster than... I'm not faster than the Azumarill. That's what would be faster than me. Trick Room would be her best play, but if she did go out to the Azumarill afterwards, I could go out to my Artemis or my Tapu Fini. So, I'm not really too worried about the fact that Stack Attack could have done a lot of damage. It had to be offensively invested to do that amount of damage, so I'm perfectly okay with going for Calm Mind here. Because also, if she doubles out into the Alolan Ninetales, then I'm perfectly okay. However, I'm scared that this thing might be Encore, so I'm going to make the straight play and going for Vacuum Wave. That way, if she Encores me, she's not Encoring me into something like the Calm Mind. So, I get the Vacuum Wave off, as she reveals that she's just going to be going for Blizzard. So, at this point, I'm going to go for it. I'm not going to Calm Mind up because I know that crits can happen, and I don't really need any extra boost. So, here, I believe I go for the Soft Boil to get my HP back before I start unleashing attack and just taking everything out. So, I'm going to Soft Boiled on up and get up to full, and I know that this Stack Attacker cannot handle what I'm about to give it. +1 All Out Pummeling is going to send this thing packing, and that's exactly what I'm going to go for. So, I'm going to unleash this All Out Pummeling, and we are going to destroy this 4 Stack Attacker. And I'm actually in a really good position to potentially win. Alola Ninetales plus stuff from Megalopony might be potential to take me out. However, I think I'm perfectly fine versus that. The only way she honestly has to win right now is using Lopunny to whittle me down, and then using Alola Ninetales with potential stuff like maybe Choice Scarf Free Dry to kill everything, which could happen. But unfortunately for her, I also have damage off on it to where it's in range of +1 vacuum wave. So it's actually going to be just about the end of the game. However, this Mew does not have the capabilities of destroying the Azumarill in one hit. So she's going to be able to get off a liquidation, do a lot of damage, and thankfully she does not get a defense drop this time. And I am just out of range of return for Megalopony. So I'm going to be able to knock out this Azumarill here. And then on the next turn, when she brings out the Alola Ninetales, I'm going to be able to Vacuum Wave it and knock it out, because at this range she does die to +1 Vacuum Wave. And then the only thing that can kill me really at this point is Fake Out plus another move. And that's even still a roll. If I do see Fake Out and then I see he'll put me in range of return, I'd probably go out to make Aerodactyl because I'm that person. But she's going to go for the Blizzard here. I'm actually going to go for Soft Boil to prevent myself from being in range of some of these attacks that I just mentioned. And I'm going to go for the Vacuum Wave, because now is when I'm in maybe range of Fake Out plus return. Earlier I was at a range of return. I'm smart. So we're going to see her bring out the Megalopony, and we're going to see Dad. We're going to see her bring out Dad, which is a female. Dad is a female, everyone. But we're going to see her bring it out, and it's actually not going to be Fake Out. She's going to go for the return, which unfortunately is not going to be able to knock me out. And we are going to click Psyshock, and we are going to finish this game off. And we're going to walk away with a nice 6-0 win. Good game to Kay. That actually didn't look like it was happiness invested. Hold on. Anyway, good game to KayCreigh. She played valiantly, but unfortunately I built a very, very sturdy team. Like I said, I was very, very proud of this team when I finished it in the team building process. Like, I thought it was very, very solid. I don't think there was a single thing on her team that I wasn't really ready for. So that's going to be the game. Mew is going to bring home 4 kills and give us a nice 6-0 win to fix our differential, because our differential has been lacking. We're now doing pretty good. We're looking, I think we're going to be back in the playoff race. I think we're going to be back in the top half of the league after this big win, which is very, very nice. And next week, we will be going against DeathlyiAm and his Seattle Drizzly. I hope you guys enjoyed the match. I hope you guys stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you then. Peace.